Okay, so welcome everyone to our Thursday night opportunity webinars for Project Dream International. We're hosting these weekly now, and I'm happy to be your host this evening. Just bear with me, as this is my very first one, and I'm very excited, but also a little nervous, so I hope you all will be gentle with me. Okay, so here you see our team. We are growing really fast. We have definitely room for more though, and we're so excited to share this information with you tonight. Here we go. So let me get started by introducing myself. My name is Amanda Donohoe. I am a full-time wife and mom. I started staying home about 5 years ago when we moved to Iowa. I have been a certified athletic trainer for about 15 years. I have worked in a variety of settings all across the United States, from Division I men's basketball, football, the NFL, private, public, and rural high school. I've worked in clinics. I've worked for hospitals. I've worked all over, but nothing has been more rewarding in all of the work that I've done as being home with my kids and being a mom and being able to provide and nurture them and meet all their needs. But about 3 years ago, we were put in a place where we needed a little extra income, and I wasn't really in a place where I wanted to be away from my kids. So I went out looking, and I found Shaklee through a Pinterest post through one of my now very good friends, Jema. She had posted on her blog about her Shaklee business that she had, and I thought, well, you know what, we align really well in our personalities, in the way we're raising our kids, and I want to do what she's doing. So I found her, I emailed her, I asked her to help me, and she did. I signed up, and the rest is history. So I've been with Shaklee for about 3 years. I have increased rank now to senior director. I am building a team of awesome ladies. I'm excited to introduce you to a couple of those tonight. Actually, I shouldn't say ladies anymore because we just welcomed our first man here just a couple of weeks ago, and I don't know if you can see that or not, sorry. So anyway, it says there, you know, I've been recognized on stage multiple times. I've been to California, free trip from Shaklee for that. I'm on my way. I'm qualifying, hopefully, and I want to say, yes, I am qualifying for the dream trip this year. You can see my kids there. I have 3 super high energy kids. When I started my business, I had 2. Now, thanks to Shaklee, I have 3. I don't want to give all the credit to Shaklee, of course, because, you know, we have God in there too, and my husband. But you know what? Without the income that I was creating with Shaklee, and without, you know, the supplements feeling better, and just the I think just the happiness that I was able to get by starting my business. I don't think that a 3rd child was really in our picture, and so Cassidy has really brought us a lot of joy and happiness, and I really don't see my life without her. So I'm excited for Shaklee because of that. The Shaklee cleaners, the supplements have really made a big difference in our family and our family's health. So I'm really excited to share that with all of you guys tonight because I really do love what I do. But you're not just going to hear from me tonight. I do want to have you listen to a couple of other ladies on my team. The first lady that I'm going to introduce, I guess I skipped one. I did want to let you know that this is for Project Dream, but we are all in this on our own. This is our own business. I have my very own business. It's not Bonnie's business, who is Project Dream. This is my business. We're in it for ourselves, but we're definitely not in it by ourselves, and that's one really cool thing. So I just wanted to show you my team. This is a group of women and men that we are growing, and we're having a ton of fun, and we're learning from the best, which is Bonnie and all of the other leaders on Project Dream. And we're taking it off in our own little direction, but we're staying with Project Dream too. And that's one thing that's really cool, because we'll always be Project Dream, but Bonnie has taught us so much in order to be our own leader and to grow and to build our own teams, that now I'm building one of my own, and I think that's just really cool. So let me get to Candy. I'm going to try and find her and unmute you, Candy. Candy, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yay, I did it right. Okay, so Candy is one of the very first people I thought of when I started my Shaklee business that I wanted to reach out to. And it took me a little while, and I did it. I sent her a Facebook message, and I said, Candy, I want to show you these cleaners. I think that you would really like them, and I want to talk to you about Shaklee. And she messaged me back, and she said, you know what? Not really into supplements. Kind of, she just wasn't interested. So that was fine. It was no big deal. And I just kind of moved on, and I kept going about my own business and always kept thinking about her. But anyway, she decided to join me about a year later. I'm so, so glad she did, and I think she is too, and I'm excited to have her with us. She's growing so fast. She's got an amazing team. She's an amazing woman, and I can't wait for you to hear her story.
Thanks so much for that introduction, Amanda. You're doing great, by the way. Hi, everybody. My name is Candy. And like Amanda said, the first time she approached me, I wasn't interested. At that point in my life, I had so much going on, and it really just wasn't something I could see me doing. So I said no, but I continued to watch her for like the next, 10, 11 months. I was paying attention to all the things she was saying and doing. And when she started talking about how she was making enough money doing this to not have to go back to work at her athletic training job, that is when I started really paying attention, because that went from me seeing this as a hobby of selling cleaners to a legitimate potential income opportunity for me. And I've always been in the health world. I was a health studies major in college. I was a massage therapist, or still am a massage therapist, and an athlete my whole life. So to me, I always knew I'd end up in this like health and wellness environment. But I hated being kind of pigeonholed into the position that I was in. There was no growth potential for me in my current job. I knew that I was good at it. I knew that I was smart. I knew that I could do more, and I just didn't have the outlet for it. So when this opportunity came and it fit so nicely with what I was doing, I decided I was just going to jump in and see what happened. I went part-time at my job, started my Shaklee business. It's been a year and a half now, and I'm more than making up for the lost income by going part-time. And now I have all of this freedom in my schedule and freedom in my life. And I was a total supplement skeptic, but then once I started taking them, I realized, I immediately felt the difference and got excited about how good I was feeling. And so it kind of took my health to the next level. I took my career to the next level. And I started dreaming again. I started thinking about all of the opportunities ahead of me, all the things that were available to me. I didn't need to just kind of play along to the 9-to-5 thing. I could have it all. And so that's what I'm working on now. And so I'm a director in the company now, soon to be senior director, because I've got this awesome team behind me. I also was with Amanda on that trip to California, all expenses paid. I've presented on stage with Bonnie at one of our regional conferences in front of like 1,200 people, which was so scary and so exciting and so challenging and wonderful. And I can't wait to see what happens next. To me, this is all about the opportunity and the freedom and the idea of I can really accomplish whatever I want and be whatever I can dream. So I am just excited about designing my own life and my own path and kind of being in charge of my destiny. So that's kind of what I'm all about.
That's awesome. You're awesome.
Thanks.
All right. So
Would you like me to introduce Susie? Is that what's
I
next?
would. I would love for you to introduce Susie. I think I just unmuted her, so let's see if she's on.
Susie, are you on?
Hi,
Hi.
I am on.
Wonderful.
Hello.
So I'm so excited to introduce Susie. So before I started my Shaklee business, I didn't know Susie. I actually met her through another girl that's kind of between us in the business. And so right off the bat, I knew that Susie was super sweet, super sensitive, really creative, kind of one of those like total empath, just wants to help everybody and do good for everybody that she comes across. And but at first, it was like a little bit of shyness, a little bit of uncertainty in the business. But let me tell you, give her a few months, and boy, she just started like coming into her own and discovering everything that she was capable of, and like having so much fun with like trial and error and experimenting with this business. And it has been such a huge joy and pleasure to watch her. And she is just kicking butt right now and just doing amazing things. So I am honored to introduce Susie.
Well, thank you so much. I love hearing everybody's introductions because everyone is like, it's like the biggest confidence boost in the world. And you have to forgive me because I'm getting over laryngitis. So if I sound crazy, that is why. So I'm Susie. I am a distributor. I started with Shaklee back in March of last year. And for me, I was probably a pretty easy sell to get into the business because it was really just the right timing for me, I think, to think about starting something. And I've been married to my husband for 10 years. We've been together for much longer than that, though. We have 2 boys, a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old. And up until last year, I had just been, staying home with my kids, which I loved, but definitely needed something more, I think, creatively fulfilling outside of being home. My oldest was getting closer to being in kindergarten, and he had been in preschool, so I needed something to kind of fill up my time creatively while my kids were in school. And prior to learning about Shaklee, I had already started a business of my own where I was helping women with postpartum issues. And I had postpartum depression with my first son, kind of lingered for a while. I suffered from anxiety and depression since I was a teenager, and those are all things that I have always just been very passionate about helping other women with or other people. And so when Jenny, who was my upline, when she contacted me about Shaklee, and we had already been friends, she was so excited about this. And I think when she talked to me about it, the excitement just, like Candy said, I'm an empath. So when Jenny was talking about how excited she was, I was getting excited as well. And I thought, oh yeah, that sounds perfect. And I think I joined and I just got really excited. And then within the first few months, it was sort of like, okay, what did I do? Okay, I'm excited about this thing, but how do I get this thing going? And it definitely took me a little bit to kind of come into my own with it. And I think part of it, like Candy said, was a lot of trial and error, trying to figure out what my own personal, I guess, style is, and just figuring out what it was that I was really drawn to with Shaklee. And once I got to the point where I realized everything that I felt passionately about and kind of got rid of some of the hang-ups that I had in terms of, sharing my story with other people and worrying about what other people were going to think of me. Once all of that kind of was shedding, it became a lot easier for me to share with other people. And this new year has been a huge turning point for me. I almost feel like I just started my business because I really have felt like a huge change since the new year. And I think part of it was just making goals for myself and then telling myself this is what I'm going to do instead of, looking forward and saying, I hope that I'll accomplish this. I've been a lot better about just saying this is something I'm going to do. And I've been just having so much fun talking to people about Shaklee, and then also I make videos and writing on my blog, and it's just, I've been noticing, I think, a positive change from people around me. I've had 2 new distributors join me this month, which has been so exciting. And with them especially, I'm so excited because these are two women that came to a smoothie workshop that I had in December. It was my very first workshop. I was very nervous, and I only had 2 people coming to it, which in the beginning I was a bit disappointed by. However, it turned out to be the best possible outcome because we were able to just chat and just talk about things that we were all, passionate about, and health concerns and things like that. And now those 2 women have joined me on my team, which is insane. I mean, 2 months later, and now they're both part of the Shaklee family, which is amazing to me, and I'm so excited. And I think I don't know, I think like Candy said, the freedom and all of that has been something that I've been craving, and now I'm lighting a fire under myself to make it happen. So yeah, I'm just so excited to be a part of this family, and like I said, I sort of feel like I just started, but it's so exciting to see kind of what everyone else is doing, and I feel like I'm learning so much from everybody else, and I'm just so excited to see where I'll be this time next year.
That's awesome. I know where you'll be this time next year. You're going to be a director or more because you're awesome. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and mute you, Susie. But listen, this girl is seriously on fire. She's not giving herself enough credit. 2 new partners this month means actually this week for her. So she's really doing awesome things. She's going big places. I got to meet her for the first time just a few months ago, and actually I met her once briefly, but I wouldn't really consider meeting her because I just kind of said hi, and then I met her again over the regional conference just a few months ago, and let me tell you, it was like we were best friends just from, just a couple minutes of knowing each other, and she's just a friendly, fiery personality, and I just love her, and I can't get enough. So thank you, Susie, thank you, Candy, for sharing. I'm so excited that you're on, and I wish we had time to hear from everyone, but that would take all night, and I know you guys are wanting to get into the meat and bones of the business and the products, so we'll go ahead and move on. But thanks again, Susie and Candy. Okay, so I wouldn't be able to move on without telling you guys about Bonnie and Scott. They are the founders of Project Dream. Bonnie is now a Shaklee Key Coordinator in Shaklee, and you'll find out more about what that means later as far as how our ranking system goes. But she's the reason we're all here. She took a leap of faith, I'm going to guess, and I think it's about 6 years ago, on a business and on herself, and she decided to do something for her, to follow her dreams, to do something bigger than herself, to pursue happiness for her and for her family, and she's really done that plus so much more because she is an amazing leader, an amazing person, an amazing friend. She has taken this small little business that she was just making a couple $100s a month, and she has gone big places. She's teaching us all to do the same thing. She becomes your best friend. She is a super happy person, which is a little hard and intense at first if you're not used to that kind of thing, but trust me, it's really cool. I love Bonnie, and I love everything that she's done for us, and especially for teaching us to reach down deep and find our dreams and to discover our whys. She's big into that, and I never really was before Shaklee. I got into Shaklee because I thought that I just needed some more money, but what I found was that I needed a lot more than just that. I needed to be home with my kids. Okay, so that's the number one reason I started with Shaklee, was my why, was you see those guys there on the left. Those are my little babies that are not such babies anymore, but Kennedy is 6, Quinn turned 5 yesterday, and Cassidy will turn 2 next month. They are my biggest why, of course. I get to stay home with them full time. And I get to keep them healthy. I get to keep toxins out of our home, and I get to have something for myself. So they are my biggest why, and they do make me happy. But, when you really look deep into this business and you start to make progress, and you have so much personal growth that you discover that there's more than just your original why. Your why is always changing, and for me, it really did. I found that I really was missing a sense of community. I really enjoy the friendships and the companionship that I have in these women. You see them in the big circle in the middle. Those are our leaders at our conference. We had this special luncheon for our Shaklee moms. It's a pilot program that we're in for Shaklee. There's only, I want to say, like 150 nationwide women in this group, and we get to be a part of that, and that's so super awesome. We get awesome training with that. But this community and the recognition that you get. You see me down there on the right. We have our green Shaklee purses. We got those for just advancing in rank and being star achievers for our global conference. And we're there with Kristen Cunningham on the left. You see me on the bottom right in that picture with Candy and Bonnie with Kristen. She's from the corporate office and she heads up the Shaklee Moms, and she's just a super sweet woman. And all of the corporate office are there to help us and to make sure that we succeed and answer all our questions. And, you know, they're just a big support system, and that's awesome for me. So being able to have the sense of community and the friendships and the recognition and something that I created as a success on my own outside of my kids, which may sound selfish, but it's true. You need something a little bit more sometimes, and it really has been big for me. So I wanted to share that with you guys. And I wanted to see where you guys are in your life and where you want to be. So it may be something different now, and it could change later, and that does with so many people, and that's good, and it's okay. So, you know, are your work and family life in balance? You know, how do you feel about your health and fitness? Do you have the lifestyle that you've always wanted? Those are big questions you can ask yourself. So what if you had a rewarding lifestyle? What if you had a little extra money? What if you could go on some trips? You know, I never, ever wanted trips. I didn't want the recognition. I just wanted the money. That's why I got in there. But you know what? The trips are really cool. Being able to travel all over the country, and hopefully soon for me, it will be all over the world, something I'm really excited about. I'm working on bringing my family, all 5 of us, to Playa del Carmen this summer, or next summer. I guess it'll be by the time we qualify for it. But that's something that's really exciting for me. You see there on the left, Roger Barnett. He's our CEO of Shaklee right now, and he's just this visionary leader that helps everyone and is excited for every single person in this business. Up there on the top left, you see Candy and I at our new directors conference eating lunch with our CEO. Billionaire CEO spends time with about 12 of our Shaklee moms at the corporate office, answering our questions, talking and asking us our opinion about the company and where we're headed and what we want. It was awesome. It was just such a cool experience. See me there with my Tiffany's box, there at some recognition dinners that we've had, and down on the bottom right with Bonnie, one of my bestest buds. So let's talk about the Shaklee effect. Shaklee helps people transform their lives by taking small, simple steps that lead to big results. By making the best natural health products that are worth sharing, we create a healthier planet and a brighter future for all. Little by little, one by one, we change the world. Isn't that kind of awesome? I think so. So for 60 years, Shaklee's been helping people to make these kinds of dreams a reality for themselves and their families. It might be hard to imagine how to go about creating the life and the lifestyle you envision for yourself. It might even seem overwhelming. But in Shaklee, we believe that by taking small, positive steps each day, transformations become possible. And that's what we call the Shaklee effect. So there's a lot of reasons why people join Shaklee, and I want to mention a couple of them now. So that's what you can be thinking about while we go through the rest of the slides. We have people come in using the product, sharing the products, and building businesses. So, you know, we can get into a little bit more of that later, but use, share, build is pretty simple. Shaklee is, if you're thinking about this from the business standpoint, a very trending company. When you get into a business, you want to think about what's trending, what's going to last, where the world is headed, and what you can do to meet the world's needs. So we meet the needs of a $360 billion industry, and that's growing. Soon, it's going to be up $6-7 billion easy in the next few years. So our healthy foundations, foundations for a better life, our supplements and our proteins, things like that, 41 billion, in that industry. The healthy solutions industry. So we have your healthy solutions is like our Vivix, so anti-aging. We have a smart heart program. We have joints. We have menopause complex and blood sugar and things like that. All the solutions to everyday problems. 105 billion. Healthy weight. I mean, that's pretty simple and straightforward. 14 billion. Healthy beauty. People are wanting good quality skincare. Toxin chemical free, 170 billion. Healthy home. Who doesn't want to get rid of chemicals and toxins in their home and in the environment? $92 billion. Who don't that you can walk in and ask them, would you rather get the toxins out of your home and clean and have a fume and chemical free home? I think not many people you can walk into their house and they'd answer no to that question. So Shaklee is also built on trust. So if you want to know where we came from and where we're going, we'll look a little bit into where we came from first, and that's from Dr. Forrest Shaklee. He's our founder, and he was an innovator and a philosopher who in 1915 created the very first multivitamin supplement in the United States. I think that's pretty exciting. That was over 100 years now that we had the first and the best, and always will be the best, I think, and that's my opinion, but I think that a lot of people would have that same opinion. Dr. Shaklee believed that nature holds the answers to a long and healthy life, and he believed that science could unlock those secrets. His focus was on wellness and keeping people healthy. Dr. Shaklee always taught you that you should do all you can to be in harmony with nature and to operate by the golden rule. Who does that anymore, right? So treat people the way you would want yourself to be treated, and success will come to you. In 1956, he decided that the best way to get his products into people's hands on a larger scale was by word of mouth, and that is how Shaklee Corporation was born. Founded by Dr. Shaklee based on his beliefs and philosophies. How many large corporations these days operate on principles that include being responsible for the environment and putting people first? 60 years later, Shaklee today is leading a global natural nutrition company and one of America's most trusted brands with 64 patents pending worldwide. So 11 years ago, we were purchased by Roger Barnett. Roger is a visionary business leader, which I said a minute ago, and you saw me with him and Candy. He has a world-class vision who is personally taking us to the next 100 years of Shaklee innovation. He believes that one person at a time, Shaklee has the ability to make a difference in health and well-being of people on a global basis and to help ensure the future health of our planet. Our mission is to provide a healthier life for everyone and a better life for anyone. So stability. We've been around for 60 years, and we've paid out distributors over $7 billion in commissions. That to me means that we're dedicated in long-term success, like major time, right? So in the first decade since Roger Barnett became the chairman and CEO, he has doubled in size and is rapidly approaching $1 billion in global sales for the first time in its history. This is so important because so many companies out there are popping up and disappearing from the scene. I think we see it all the time, at least once a year, where a company is going under, and Shaklee, we're not going anywhere. We're keeping promises, valuing safety and quality over what's easy to do, and putting the well-being of people and the planet first. It's our DNA. We've been at it for a long time, and Shaklee is dedicated to long-term success. So the Shaklee difference, this is really what got me into Shaklee and what got me hooked on Shaklee. Being an athletic trainer and being in the medical field, of course, we all know the FDA regulations. I was working in drug testing for a long time when I was working with the NCAA. So I know the standards on nutritional supplements, and I know that it is really easy to test positive on a drug test when you're a competitive athlete, and there's a lot of things that you will test positive for because there's a lot of hidden ingredients in a lot of the products out there. So it was very important to me when I found out that Shaklee is built on purity, potency, and performance. We stand by our products 100%. They are tested pre and post production. There's 350 tests done on every single new botanical ingredient for harmful contaminations, pesticides, and other residues. But we don't just test pre-production, we test post-production too, and that's also very important. It's saved us from a lot of potential harmful ingredients entering into the product because, they may be safe before, they go into production, but there's a lot of contamination that can happen with the machines and, just the whole process that when you test post-production, you can find lead contamination from one of the machines that's maybe malfunctioning, which has happened, and we've caught and fixed the problem before they go out and not after they go out, which is another big issue that there are with supplements, and you don't have to worry about that with Shaklee. We've never had a product recall in the whole 60 years that we've been a company, and you don't have to worry about it because I can pretty much guess that it's not ever going to happen. So we do over 100,000 quality tests per year to ensure that purity and potency. We spend $300 million a year on, or more than that sometimes, on research and development. Let's see, what else do I want to tell you from this one? 125 published scientific papers and presentations. So we are doing research. We're doing third-party research. We're sending our supplements to whoever wants them to let them go ahead and do whatever research they want and publish whatever they want on our products. So out of the 125 published scientific papers, you can find at least 90 of them in peer-reviewed scientific journals. So that says volumes for the quality and the purity and the potency that you'll find in our supplements, because if you know anything about research, which I'm sure a lot of you do, being in a peer-reviewed journal, it means a lot. And those are pretty strict. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and move on from that. So Shaklee products really are life-changing. We have the Shaklee Life Plan there in the middle. It's our most comprehensive nutritional system in the world. It really is the best, and our lawyers can account for that. And then you can move on to the other ones from there. Like I said, the Shaklee Life Plan, it's been proven that it is the best, most comprehensive nutritional system in the world. You can feel amazing in 30 days or your money back. You'll feel younger longer for the rest of your life. And I think that's really cool because, you know what, a lot of people are living longer these days, but the quality of life is great. So being able to feel younger for longer is really important. So getting that vitality back and your health and your energy is really cool and really amazing. So it's also backed by 35 patents and patents pending, which I think is pretty neat too. Our Healthy Solutions line, we have Vivix, which is our anti-aging MindWorks, Clear Focus, helps your memory and sharpness. Omega Guard helps with the heart disease. Nutriferon helps immune system. We have a Smart Heart program to help reduce cholesterol, blood pressure, and the CoQ Heart, which is one of the enzymes that you need to protect in your bloodstream. So here we have our healthy weight. Shaklee has a very scientific approach to weight loss. With a very easy system to follow, you can pretty much guarantee that you will lose the weight, but not the muscle. So the fat, but not the muscle. our leucine in our Life Shake is going to help with that. It's one of the amino acids that helps you retain your muscle and still lose your fat. So there's Stacy on the left. She's one of the good friends of mine. I met her at our new directors conference, and she's just such a sweet girl. Very, very fun to meet and very cool to hear her weight loss story. So very excited for her and for anyone who tries this because it is a great program and it works. It really helps so that you can stop that yo-yo dieting. We talked about burning fat, not the muscle, with the leucine. Making sure that you're not really looking at the scale as much as you are the inches, because you will lose inches faster than you will lose the weight, and that's one of the really cool things about that. Like we said, lose the inches, not the weight as much, because if you see there a pound of fat versus a pound of muscle, a huge difference there. Our Healthy Beauty line, very cool, very exciting. These are very concentrated cleaners. They're going to work really well to balance your pH in your skin to help you have a more radiant look. It really is going to help clear up your skin, and it's a very natural, of course, as all of our products are. But the one cool thing about it is they are concentrated and they are going to last a really long time. So you don't have to keep rebuying these every single month. They last a long time. They work awesome. They make your skin feel silky smooth, and they're just great. You need to pamper yourself, and you need to start with the Healthy Beauty. So here you see some of our team. I wanted to show you some results that we've personally seen. Becca up on the left, we can attribute her skin transformation to both the Healthy Beauty line and also our Vitalizer. She started on Vitalizer and really noticed a big difference just in the look of her skin. And our Vitalizer is our vitamin strip, and it's in one of our Healthy Foundations regimens. Just by putting in the right nutrients inside of her body and treating the outside of her body with nice natural skincare, she was able to really make a huge difference in her appearance, and which you can see there. And she will love me for these pictures, but hey, she gave them to me. You can see Ashley down in the bottom. She was one of our weight loss competition winners, so you can see the transformation that she had both with her 180 and also with her skin. And Brooke on the right, you can see the difference from the left to the right. She has her instant skin firming serum on the left, nothing on the right, and you can really see a huge difference there. So she calls it her magic beauty juice, and I just think that's so cool. Our Healthy Home. Who doesn't want to rid your home of toxins? So our Shaklee Get Clean Kit, our starter kit, comes with everything you see there. We can add on some really cool things to it to make sure that you can get rid of all of your toxin chemical cleaners out of your home and replace them with these very natural, very safe, very concentrated cleaners. Our Basic H in the middle. It will last you anywhere. I'm going to go like a year to 10 years, depending on what you use to clean it with. I clean everything with Basic H. It's the only thing that I have as a cleaner in my home, except for I do use the Germ Off wipes, and every once in a while I use our germicide as well. We use the dishwasher soap. It lasts forever, 6-8 months for that. And you really are going to notice a huge difference with getting the fumes out of your home, how you can help promote health in your home and see less toxins, resulting in less allergens and less asthma because of that. Here I just wanted to show you some before and after pictures just from my home. You can see that they are very safe, they are very natural, but they are very, very effective. Timeout chair on the left, I didn't realize there was a pen, and Basic H took it right out. Used a little bit of Nature Bright with that. Clean your oven, no more Easy Off and all of those. Fumigate the house, open all the windows, make sure everyone's gone when you clean the oven thing. I can clean my oven with my baby standing right next to me, handing me my cleaners. My son, all my kids, this is my little boy when he was about 3, cleaning, my cabinet. So they can all get in on the cleaning, and you can see that it's so affordable. You mix up a bottle of all-purpose cleaner for just 3 cents. Your window cleaner is going to cost you less than a penny. You're not paying for water. You're not paying to buy the new bottle every time you're mixing your own, which I promise is only going to take like 2 seconds. And it's really convenient because you don't have to run to the store. You just reach into your cabinet, you grab your basic H, you fill up your bottle, and it's ready to go. So there's just 1,000 things you can do to clean with this one simple little cleaner. And this bottle of Basic H is going to cost you about $12, and it's going to last forever, and it's just seriously amazing. So like we said, the life plan, we already talked about that. I think maybe I have the slide in the wrong spot. So Shaklee is proven by science. We talked about that earlier with the Shaklee difference. The landmark study is one of the longest long-term supplement usage studies ever done. It's one of those studies that is published in one of our scientific journals, the peer-reviewed journals. We noticed a double-digit better biomarkers in heart, brain, and cognitive health and biological stresses. Shaklee had twice as many users who rated their health as very good to excellent. So we saw 11% lower cholesterol ratios, 33% lower levels of triglycerides, 36% lower levels of homocysteine, and 59% lower levels of C-reactive protein. So anyway, we don't want to bore you with all of the scientific lingo, but let's just say that Shaklee vitamins are going to make you so much healthier than not using the Shaklee vitamins. Okay, that's the pretty much simple version. Also, again, proven by Shaklee science, the telomere study. So if you don't know what a telomere is, it's just a little band on the end of your DNA that helps keep your DNA healthy. And the older you get, the shorter your telomeres get, and the healthier you are, the longer they are. So Shaklee users over the long-term study had, let me just read it so that I get it completely right for you. The telomere study compared to the telomeres of Shaklee users with a healthy control population, and the study showed that Shaklee users had significantly longer telomeres, 40% lower rate of telomere shortening among Shaklee users. So the statistical analysis projects that an 80-year-old Shaklee user would have the same telomere length as a 41-year-old non-Shaklee user. So let me tell you, if you ever run into some Shaklee distributors that have been in for 40, 45 years, and you'll see them at our global conferences, our regional conferences, you're going to notice that in their appearance as well. You'll see some of our 80-year-old Shaklee users who you would swear were 40, 45 years old. That might be a little bit of a stretch, but I promise you that you would never be able to guess their age. And I am hooked on Shaklee because of that. So Shaklee is proven by people. Hundreds of thousands of people in the United States use Shaklee to improve their health. Many Shaklee users have been customers for decades and tell inspiring stories of their life transformations. Our Shaklee athletes, who have already won a combined total of 120 gold, silver, and bronze medals, use Shaklee to get the performance and efficacy that they need to compete. So in Rio this summer, we have the Olympic Games, the summer games, and there's going to be 60 Olympic athletes, which we're nearing half. I don't think we can say half yet, but 60 Olympic athletes in Rio this year will be fueled by Shaklee during their Olympic competition. I think that's amazing. And who doesn't love holding those gold medals and bronze medals and silver medals when you get to meet them at all of our regional and global conferences? So Shaklee is 100% guaranteed. Of course, the company backs every product with 100% satisfaction guaranteed. If for any reason you don't have an excellent experience with our products, you can return it for a full refund. That is big. So you're never going to have to worry if you decide you want to try a new product and you do, and you think, well, I didn't really like it, or it didn't really taste like I thought it would. All you have to do is call me, call your sponsor, your leader, call Shaklee, and we'll just return it for you, or either exchange it for something else, or we can just give you a full refund. So that's actually really cool and something that you're not going to find everywhere. So a better life. We have a flexible, rewarding way to earn an income on your own terms, and it's completely up to you. Once you experience the transformation in your health that Shaklee products can help you create, it's the simplest, most natural thing in the world to share. And when you do, your life can be transformed in a whole new way. It can be incredibly rewarding. And not just financially, though that's a huge part of it. You can fit your business in wherever you like, and as busy as your life is, I really do fit it into the nooks and crannies in every day. It's just one of those things that you get in some days and you don't others, and when you do, it's good, and when you don't, it's fine. You can be full-time pursuit, or you can do part-time, and it's just completely on your own terms. So it doesn't matter, but you know what? Whatever you want with Shaklee, it can be a reality. So where do you go with Shaklee? So we have a lot of different ranks, and we'll go over those really quickly. I don't want to go over them too much, but I do want you to understand kind of how it all works. You start out as a distributor. Once you buy your Gold Ambassador kit, you will be a Shaklee distributor. It's your first step. You're going to earn product discounts and monthly bonuses on your very first order. So that'll you can either count that as a rebate check for your purchase, or you can just use it for a little extra spending money. When you share the products with your friends, that's where you're going to be able to cover the cost of your products. You can even earn an income on top of that, if you decide to share a little bit more. But as a distributor, you're pretty much covering the cost of your products plus a little bit of extra money, maybe like a gym membership or a car payment, groceries, things like that. Shaklee Director, you have the chance to earn that leadership trip to California that you saw Candy and I at the New Directors Conference up in Napa Valley. Very, very cool experience. Your average income is going to be about $10,000 a year. You're going to have bigger bonuses on your paycheck, so you're going to be at the highest level of discount of your products. You're going to be qualified for recognition, and you're going to get extra Shaklee privileges. So Reach Coordinator, so we're jumping a rank there, and that means that you've helped 2 people become a director. Your average income there is going to be $20,000. You can earn a car bonus before you become director as a senior director, but your car bonus is going to be bigger by coordinator. That's where you also qualify to become eligible to win our dream trips, and you will earn an extra fast track bonus, which we can talk about later. For executive coordinator, that means that you have 3 people that are director that you've helped grow. Average income $48,000. Car bonuses still. That's where you'll be able to earn our top achievers trip. This year is to Machu Picchu. And then again, eligible for fast track bonuses. Master Coordinator, this is the top. So we're skipping all levels here, and there's several in between. But moving to Master Coordinator, this was where you have 6 people at director underneath of you. So, I mean, really in the big scheme of things, when you look at how much you're earning and how long it takes to get there, people get there in different time frames. $204,000 a year is average, more or less, depending on, how much you're working. You earn up to $600 a month in car bonuses, so you're going to get a nice car out of that. Luxury trip to San Francisco to celebrate your achievements, and if you earn this in the first, I think it's 18 months of your business, you're going to earn up to $89,000 in fast track bonuses. So very, very cool. Here you see all of our levels, director down to presidential master coordinator, all of the rewards there, and this isn't completely updated because our incentive trips are different. With coordinator, we'll be going to Playa del Carmen. Executive coordinator, you'll be going to Machu Picchu. Still the same thing with hometown celebration in San Francisco. So very, very cool and very exciting. We are at the beginning of a qualification period, so chances of you making those trips joining now is very, very likely. So very exciting. A community. So you're not just getting a business, you're also getting a community of like-minded people. Like I said before, this is something that I really wasn't expecting or thinking that I needed, but found out really that it was something that I really, really love about Shaklee. It's not even just our team with Project Dream, it's the entire community of Shaklee. Every single person is looking out for you. Every single person wants you to succeed, and every single person will step up to help you. And I think that is just the coolest, most rewarding, valuable thing that we can get with Shaklee. This is our community. This isn't even everybody. This is just some really cute pictures that we have down in Long Beach last year, two years ago now. You know, we did a 5K race together. We all ran it, got up super early and ran the 5K. We go out at night together. We eat lunch together. We hang out together. We just have a really good time. You know, corporate came over to Bonnie's house when we had a regional gathering in Chicago, down there on the bottom left. You'll see some of our corporate staff, they're hanging out at Bonnie's house, and we got together and shared all our stories, and we just had a really good time. And it may not be something that you think is really important or really something that you're looking for right now, but it's something that I really enjoy and I really get a lot out of with Project Dream. So you're gonna find a business designed by you. That's the really beauty of this business. You can do it. You can do it the way that we train you to do it, or you completely go off and do it your own way. Either way, it's completely fine, and it's the cool thing because it's yours. So it's a simple system for success driven by your personal style. So we give you all the training tools you need, and you're free to go about and do it your own way. So it's very cool. So we ask you now, how do you see yourself fitting in? We've given you all of the resources that we can for now. Now you just need to think about what you will decide and how you see yourself fitting in. We talked earlier about the use, share, and build. You know, if you decide, you know, the life plan looks great, the cleaners look great, I really want to try the skincare, you want to start out by using the products, that's awesome. We have some really great all-natural products. They're going to work good. You're going to have some great stories. You're going to get some better health. If you decide, you know what, I really like it, I don't think I want to build a huge business, it's not something that I am really interested in, but I do want to share this with a couple people because it'd be nice to get my products for free. We have the share option. And then we also have the build option. So build it the way that works for you and that fits with your life. Build it as big or as small as you can imagine. We do have 3 ways to join, like I said. Our use, you know, that will start anywhere from $79 to $269. You can start with any of our free membership packages, our life plan, essentials kit, get clean starter kit. We have a lot of ways to join for free. You can also pick anything that you'd like in our catalog on our online stores and join for $19.95 as well. Our share and earn program, you can purchase a distributor pack for $29.95 or join for $49.95. We don't really recommend that as far as business-wise because you're not going to get a lot of the perks, but you will get a really good business package with our free $349 gold pack. It's going to give you a very general, basic start to the business. You're going to get the life plan, the cleaners, Nutrifuron, and MindWorks. And then build a business. that's where you're going to purchase one of our bigger packs. They have a lot more business tools, and I'm just going to go over those with you here real quick. So this is what we recommend in Project Dream, what you start with. This is where many of us have started. There are some of us that have started with the $349 and some of us with the $1,049 pack, but when you look at the overall join rate, we pretty much all started the $649. This is where I started. So you can see there what you're going to get. I'm not going to go over the whole thing, but what I do want to talk about is the business tools, because you're going to get this not exactly the same business with all of those. We're going to, get a really good product base here, but let me go over what you're going to get with the business. So you're going to get the same new distributor kit with each kit that you purchase. This one you're going to get one gold ambassador fee, which is your business kit, and you're going to get one global conference registration. So you're going to be able to get a conference registration for free with this pack. So our global conference is in Orlando, Florida this summer, and it's very, very rewarding and very, very beneficial to your business to attend global conference. If you can't make it, it's fine. If you can, it's immeasurable the difference it's going to make in your business. So this ticket cost is going to be $199 if you do not purchase the Gold Plus or the Gold Super Plus pack. It does not come with the $349 pack. So that's something to think about there. You're also going to get 2 regional conference registrations. So those are running around $40 each. So you're going to save about $80 there, and 6 months of your personal website. So 6 months, your website's going to be free. After that, it's going to be $14.95 a month. So you can take a look at the products that you're going to get with that. Really think about the business tools there too. Let me talk about the $1,049 kit. This one is the ultimate kit. It's the biggest savings if you're talking about value and if you really wanted to try out all of the products that Shaklee offers. You're going to get the entire Get Clean Starter Kit. You're going to get the entire weight loss program, our Shaklee 180 turnaround. You're going to get the entire Infuzel Healthy Beauty Kit. You're going to get the Life Plan. You're going to get the Sports Performance. You're going to also get samples and MindWorks and Nutriferon and Vitalize Immunity. You're just going to get this huge package of product that's worth over $2,200. But look at the business material too. Gold Ambassador fee, same thing. It's your business. It's the same thing as you're going to get with any single kit. Nothing changes there. But 2 global registration tickets with that. So you'll be able to bring your spouse with you. So that's $400 savings there, because without one of the Gold Plus or the Super Gold, you're not going to get a registration ticket. And then double that again for regional registration tickets, and then your whole year, your whole first year of your personal website is going to be paid for with your kit package. So again, after that runs out, it's a $14.95 per month. So you have to add that up and think about the price of that as well. So here is our share package. So if you're thinking about just starting your business and sharing, or if finances are really tight and you need to start with something that's a little bit more affordable and you're okay with not getting all of the business perks, still having the same business but not all the business perks, like with the global registration fees and regionals and personal websites, you can start here. The Shaklee Life Plan, like I said, best, most comprehensive nutrition system in the world. You are going to see phenomenal results in a very short amount of time when you decide to start with the Shaklee Life Plan. Same thing with the Basic H. Just cleaning with the Basic H cleaner in your home, you're going to see phenomenal results by getting rid of all of your other chemical cleaners. Boost your immune system with Nutriferon, clear your mind with MindWorks. So again, a great way to start if you are looking to start on a budget, and there's nothing wrong with that. So let's take a look at what your Shaklee effect will be. That's something you have to do on your own. Think it over, talk about it, find out what it is going to be for yourself. So I'm really excited to see what it will be and if you'll choose Project Dream. So here we are. This is in Cleveland, and we're ready for you. So let's be part of the effect. Thank you. It's been great. I had a lot of fun, and I'm excited. So we will talk soon, and have a great night.